What's up, Facebook Live? Welcome. Let me get Instagram going here. Let's see. Instagram, how you doing? As you're tuning in, I'd love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know three things you're grateful for in the world today. We're on a little early because I have a back-to-back coaching calls coming up, but I wanted to jump on for this 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge. Hopefully, for those of you who've been with us over the past 8 days, we've been working through different elements. One thing that was something that kind of stumped a handful of people was day 6. If you want to go back and watch that, we're talking about how to upgrade your financial thermostat, how to help you earn more by raising your financial thermostat and elevating yourself out of the current numbers that you're comfortably sitting in and earning each year into the next level of what it is that you'd like to be earning. Yesterday, we talked about the concept of, Yesterday, we talked about the concept of figuring out what the obstacle is between where you are and where you're trying to get. So then we can come up with a solid plan of how to actually overcome that obstacle. Today, again, as you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know three things you're grateful for. Courtney, nice to see you from Dallas. Grateful for the lessons in 2019 have already gifted me to accelerate my growth, health, and family. Very nice. Wendy, what's going on? From Great Neck, nice to see you. Let's see, I saw a bunch of people saying hello. Joseph, nice to see you. Welcome. Carolina, nice to see you. Hey. Rodrigo from Mexico City, nice to see you. Priya from Mombasa, welcome. Tomas from Toronto, welcome back. Laura, nice to see you. Hey, from Germany, welcome. Let's see, Staten Island in the house, welcome, friends. Jacob from Chicago, welcome. Hello from New York, nice to see you. Dan Lopez, nice to see you. Hello, friends from India, nice to see you all. Now, as you're tuning in, one more time, hello from Georgia. Naeem, welcome from Puerto Rico. Now, as you're tuning in, again, one more time, love to know, number one, hey, from Israel, welcome. As you're tuning in, love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, love to know three things you're grateful for. The reason I repetitively ask that is, one, I love seeing where you all are from. Simple as that sounds. Hello, let's see, Patel from London, welcome. Hey, Elizabeth from Sydney, Australia. Good morning, bright and early there. Laura, nice to see you. And so, hello from the Netherlands, welcome. And so for today's topic, to stay focused, we're going to be talking about the questions that determine your focus. And so real quick, what I'd love to ask you is, what is the number one consistent question? Hello from Mumbai, welcome. What's the number one consistent question you ask yourself every day? What's the one thing you're always asking yourself? Because whatever that one thing you're always focused on is going to determine how you feel. It's going to determine where you invest your thoughts, your energy, where you invest your finances. I'd love to know, what is the consistent question you tend to ask yourself? Hey, Mumbai. Hello, India. Nice to see you all. Indiana, grateful for my family, a new day in my health. Very nice. What's the consistent question that you tend to ask yourself? How can I help make things better? Okay, as our first question. Rodrigo, I like that question. What's the consistent question you ask yourself? Am I strong enough to survive in this cruel world? Okay. And as you can imagine, as you hear each person's question, instead of judging them, imagine how it would feel if all day long every day, this is what you were consistently asking yourself. So if you were asking yourself, how do I make things better? How would you feel? If you're asking yourself, can I be loved for who I am and not for pleasing others? If you were to ask yourself, what do I need to do today? If you were to ask yourself, am I strong enough to survive in this cruel world? If you were to ask yourself, why is everyone doing so much better than me? If you were to ask yourself, do I leave my husband after 30 years? If you were to ask yourself, how can I differentiate between what is wrong and what is right in life? Can you immediately understand how all these people feel all day without judging, just listening? You know, someone else is asking, when is it going to happen? When is the tipping point? Someone else is asking, Wendy, will I succeed? Will I be loved and accepted so I can succeed? Courtney, what if it does not work? Hey, John Lee Dumas, nice to see you, sir. Let's see, Daniel's saying, what do I really want? And thank you for sharing all these questions, because as you start to notice, most people, let's just take a vote for based on the questions you've heard, most people are going to feel love, joy, bliss. They're gonna feel just blessed and grounded. They're gonna feel guided and loved. Is that what most people are gonna feel all day, just based on the sample of questions that people have shared so far? And we're not judging them. We're just asking, how do you think someone who's asking these questions is gonna feel all day? Just taking a vote. How do you think people are gonna feel if these are the consistent questions they're asking? How many people think it's fair to say that people who are asking these questions are going to feel anxious, they're going to feel worried, they're going to feel nervous, they're going to feel tense, they're going to feel, someone said, miserable, terrible, they're going to feel lost? Is that a fair thing? They're going to feel anxious? Is it fair to say that that's how the majority of people, if we chose to ask these questions constantly every day, it'd be fair to say, without judgment, just fair to say that people are going to be feeling preoccupied, anxious, anxiety, depressed and unsure, anxious and stressed, uncertain, sad, confused, and depressed? Is that fair to say, everyone? People are saying, yes, that's fair to say. Anxious, worried, tense, lost, all yes, I feel all of these, okay? Now, here's the bigger question. How do you want to feel every single day? Not, and let's get this right, not what do you want to have happen? How do you want to feel regardless of what's happening? Make a list real quick. In the comments, throw down, how would you want to feel every day? How do you want to feel? I want to feel peaceful, fulfilled. How do you want to feel every day? I want to feel certain that I'll be okay. I want to feel happy and blessed. I want to feel excited, peaceful, adventurous, and proud, energetic, happy, loved, and grateful, at peace. I want to feel happy, focused, and accomplished. I want to feel content in life. I want to feel successful and happy. Happy and blessed, excited, passionate, and joyful. In total control, absolutely amazing, energized, and thankful. Feel like I have a purpose, feel amazing, have the honeymoon feeling all the time, feel joy, powerful, and confident, feel relaxed, fulfilled, joyful, excited, and accomplished. I want to feel like a contributor, like I'm growing, like a lucky, passionate human being. So here's what's wild. And I'm going to leave this to you guys to answer. What is the question you would need to be asking if you wanted to feel these feelings that you just listed every day? You want to feel like you're enough? Want to feel productive in work as well? If this is how you want to feel, what's the question you would need to ask in order to feel this way? We already know what the questions are you need to ask to feel like shit. You listed those first. And that's a broad term, to feel nervous, anxious, lost, frustrated, worried, anxiety, depressed. If you want to feel any of those things, go back to the questions that you asked earlier. What can I do to be happy? It's a good question. The only assumption in what can I do to be happy is what? What can I do to be happy? The assumption of the question is you're not happy. So what small adjustment could we make to that question to make the assumption that you are happy? What can I do to be even more happy every moment of today? Now it's assuming you are happy. What can I do to get there? The assumption is you're not there. What can I do to continually experience all the things I want to do when I get there, whatever you're trying to get? So keep going. What are the questions you'd have to ask in order to experience more of what you want? What should I do to be productive, happy, and blessed right now? Great question. And you might adjust it, just a small adjustment if I may. What can I do to be even more productive, happy, and blessed in all that I'm doing right now? See the small adjustment there? Even more of what I want already happening. Courtney's saying, how can I make a difference and profit at the same time? The assumption is, there's an assumption in there. We got to cut that assumption out. How can I make even more of a difference and profit even more at the same time? We want to assume it's already there. Where's the blessing in this? That's beautiful. It's assuming there's a blessing there. What can I do to be happier, at even more peace, and even more energetic? There you go. What can I accomplish to be happy today? There's an assumption that you're not already happy. What can I accomplish to help be even more happy today? How can I be more powerful? How can I express more of the power that I have beaming through every ounce of my being today? Meditation is a lifesaver. What message can I maybe send to a friend to lift their spirits and both be happy and smile? Beautiful. Courtney, not a correction, just an addition. I'm just adding to these, just little adjustments to these questions. And don't worry, most people need these little adjustments. I catch myself all the time doing this. Questions I like to ask, I like to feel, and I don't know about you, but I like to feel every day as if I'm walking through just miracles in motion. And so I always ask, where's the miracle in this moment? I know it's here. Where's the miracle in this moment? And I feel my heartbeat. I look for the breeze. I look for a child smiling. I look for whatever I'd consider to be a miracle in that moment. I see miracles everywhere around me all the time. How can I be even more of service and help more people? Beautiful. How do I get more out of my way right now? So we might adjust that. So instead of focusing on how to get out of your way, focus maybe on how to stay something. Instead of moving away from, maybe you want something that's helping you move consistently towards. Instead of trying to not get off track, you want something that'll help you stay on track. Just a little adjustment. Little adjustments. How can I express even more power in my being today? Beautiful. You got it, Courtney. So this is the challenge of the day. Today is all about questions. It's very simple. I want you to first write down what are the most common questions, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that you always ask every day consistently. I want you to acknowledge them. I want you to appreciate them. And then I want you to adjust them into the type of question you need to ask in order to experience even more of what you want to feel each and every day. Where are the magic moments? This is some nice mindset changes. This is very simple, but this will change your life. Literally change your life. If you take someone who's asking the questions we talked about in the beginning, feeling anxious, depressed, frustrated, all this stuff, you help them identify, you acknowledge it, you appreciate it, you adjust it, and then you move forward and say, well, how do you want to feel? And they want to feel blessed and grounded. They want to feel like they're surrounded by miracles every moment of the day. They want to feel like they're just love and bliss and joy and fulfillment and contentment and aliveness and determination. And it's like, wow, if that's what you want to feel, what's the question you're going to need to ask to experience more of that? How can I experience even more of the blessings that the universe and God is sending through me every moment of today? And how can I share them with everyone around me continuously and abundantly? It's like, wow, that's a whole different human being in that moment. How do I avoid overthinking? Probably ask a different question. Someone saying, can you give more examples? Absolutely. So depending on how you want to feel, so give me an example. How do you want to feel? And I'll wrap a question around it. And all you got to do is, if you train your brain to constantly be asking this new question again and again and again and again and again, you'll start to soon notice you focus on different things, because questions determine what you focus on. If I said, what's wrong with this moment right now? You're going to look around and try to find it. If I said, what's right with this moment right now? You're going to look around and try to find it. If I said, what's painful in your life right now? You're going to look for it and try to find it. If I said, where is a miracle, a blessing, a moment of God working in your life right now? You're going to try to find it. Your brain is going to hunt for whatever you ask it to hunt for. Therefore, you got to ask it and train it to hunt for the right things. How can I have an attitude of gratitude, not compare myself to others? Wendy, that's beautiful. There's an assumption piece we talked about earlier, which is how can I have an attitude of gratitude, which means there's an assumption you don't already have it, versus small little adjustment to this question. How can I experience even more of an attitude of gratitude while seeing the beauty and abundance in everyone around me, including myself? And it's like, wow, now you're saying, how can I experience even more of this, instead of thinking that you need it, that you don't have it right now, if that makes sense. I want to feel worthy. Okay, so how can I experience, and you want to define what would worthy mean, but how can I experience even more of the whatever worthy means to you, the joy, love, passion, determination, excitement, beauty, aliveness. How do you deal with a sociopath that doesn't see they are one? If that's the question I asked every day, I'd be pretty freaked out. I'd feel like locking my door twice at night and probably not sleeping very well at night. Most often, you're going to want to move past this person and or stop judging them and start loving them. I don't know the situation. You might want to go see a counselor or a therapist and talk through that. Do you recommend any emotions for build and stay, or is it just personal? This one is personal. You got to choose. You really got to choose how you want to feel. How to be at peace of mind with all the bullshit in the world. There's an assumption that there's bullshit in the world. Could be. There's an assumption that you're not at peace of mind already. Because could you stand in the most chaotic moment of your entire life and say, where's the blessing in this? There's a little lady that did an interview. She was picked up as a kid, and she was a young mother, and her son was very small, and she was taken to Auschwitz. And she was 103 years old. She lived through it. 103 years old, still playing the piano for about 4 hours a day, practicing. And her question helped her live through one of the most horrific experiences of life. And I don't remember what her question was, but it was something like, where's the beauty in this moment? Where's the love in this moment? And even though she was in the most horrific, situation you could imagine, she still found what was good about it. And that's what kept her alive in that moment. That's what gave her something worth living for. How can I experience even more love and aliveness? Beautiful. Brendan, 100-day challenge sounds cool. Join us. We're on day 9. All you got to do is show up here every day. I do a live and we talk about stuff like this of how to improve. How do you change your thoughts from I'm not good enough to I'm enough? I'd start by changing your question. And so I'd figure out, what is your question? Like collateral beauty, exactly, just like that. And so if you ask what your question is, your question might be saying, what's wrong with me? Why am I not good enough? Why can't I ever get this right? Why is everyone else better than me? You got to ask a new question. Where am I really good at this in life? Where am I really talented at this in life? Where am I? Because there's one part of your life, if you just start with one, that you're actually really talented, really smart, really intelligent. You're a true leader. You kick ass at it. And all you're doing is you're ignoring that one part and focusing on the one thing that you suck at. Now, if you want to improve, sure, focus on the thing you suck at and get better at it. If you want to feel better, focus on the thing you're great at and experience how good you really are. Acknowledge yourself, appreciate yourself. The challenge is the question you're asking is causing you to focus on stuff that's making you feel like crap in this situation. So, recap, simple challenge of the day. How can I be even more grateful with the universe? How can I be even more abundant, healthy, and kind? Beautiful. Beautiful. How can I be more love and light in people's lives? Beautiful. Beard suits you more. It'll be back. It's one of those things in life. It just takes a little time and right back. So that's today's challenge. What is this trying to teach me by challenging me? That's beautiful. You can learn from that. If you want to feel challenged, if you want to feel ignited, if you want to feel like learning is the way through it, what is this trying to teach me? What is this challenge trying to teach me right now? It's a beautiful thing to focus on. So do the exercise from the day. Have fun with this. Kick some butt. I'll see you all tomorrow. Exercise recap one more time. Number 1, write down the most common questions you ask yourself. Number 2, acknowledge them, appreciate them. And in order to adjust them, which is the 3rd step, I want you to then write down all the emotions you want to feel more often each day. And then the 3rd section, I want you to write down what is the question that you need to be asking each and every day in order to feel more of these great emotions that you want to feel every day. Have some fun with this, kick some butt, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's see.